Want to see something hot? क्या तुम्हारे ठुमके में है मेरे वाला दम? जोश पर आए, अपना ठुमका लगा दुनिया हिला चैलेंज अपलोड करें और हर हफ्ते जीतें 25 लाख तक के इनाम।
There was a time when I drank coffee. Lots of it. That time is long gone. I switched because I like to keep up with the new trend. Energy, taste, power. What else do you need? For me, it's enough. Hell energy.
ये है होश। ये है जोश। ऐसे ही ढेर सारे फनी वीडियोस के लिए जोश में आ जा। ये है होश। ये है जोश। ऐसे ही ढेर सारे रोमांटिक और क्यूट वीडियोस के लिए जोश में आ जा।
Want to see something hot? क्या तुम्हारे ठुमके में है मेरे वाला दम? जोश पर आए, अपना ठुमका लगा दुनिया हिला चैलेंज अपलोड करें और हर हफ्ते जीतें 25 लाख तक के इनाम।
There was a time when I drank coffee. Lots of it. That time is long gone. I switched because I like to keep up with the new trend. Energy, taste, power. What else do you need? For me, it's enough. Hell energy.
ये है होश। ये है जोश। ऐसे ही ढेर सारे फनी वीडियोस के लिए जोश में आ जा। ये है होश। ये है जोश। ऐसे ही ढेर सारे रोमांटिक और क्यूट वीडियोस के लिए जोश में आ जा।
Want to see something hot? क्या तुम्हारे ठुमके में है मेरे वाला दम? जोश पर आए, अपना ठुमका लगा दुनिया हिला चैलेंज अपलोड करें और हर हफ्ते जीतें 25 लाख तक के इनाम।
There was a time when I drank coffee. Lots of it. That time is long gone. I switched because I like to keep up with the new trend. Energy, taste, power. What else do you need? For me, it's enough. Hell energy.
ये है होश। ये है जोश। ऐसे ही ढेर सारे फनी वीडियोस के लिए जोश में आ जा। ये है होश। ये है जोश। ऐसे ही ढेर सारे रोमांटिक और क्यूट वीडियोस के लिए जोश में आ जा।
Want to see something hot? क्या तुम्हारे ठुमके में है मेरे वाला दम? जोश पर आए, अपना ठुमका लगा दुनिया हिला चैलेंज अपलोड करें और हर हफ्ते जीतें 25 लाख तक के इनाम।
There was a time when I drank coffee. Lots of it. That time is long gone. I switched because I like to keep up with the new trend. Energy, taste, power. What else do you need? For me, it's enough. Hell energy.
ये है होश। ये है जोश। ऐसे ही ढेर सारे फनी वीडियोस के लिए जोश में आ जा। ये है होश। ये है जोश। ऐसे ही ढेर सारे रोमांटिक और क्यूट वीडियोस के लिए जोश में आ जा।
Good evening, guys. My name is Lokmanyu. Joining me today is Selvin, and welcome to Josh Presents Esportz Premier Series FIFA 21, powered by Hell Energy Drink. What a fantastic set of games we saw yesterday. To anyone who tuned in yesterday, I think you must have had a great time. Selvin, obviously we had some amazing matchups. There were some predictions that those matches would be a bit boring, but they actually turned out to be one of the best matches that we've seen in a long, long time. But let me just quickly give it to you and tell the viewers what exactly they're in store for today based on yesterday.
Well, yeah, thank you so much, Lokmanyu. I am going to be very, honest today. I think we're going to expect a lot of goals considering what happened yesterday. And when we thought there'll be no goals and we had so many goals, we had so much drama, so much excitement, games going down to the wire. I think today is going to be a goal fest. And that's what comes to my mind. I'm still excited. I'm still thinking about yesterday, the games that happened, and I cannot wait to see what's in store for us today.
No, absolutely. I think with that being said, let's quickly have a look at the format first, what we are basically playing in this tournament. For all the players who are new to FIFA, or if you're already playing, I think FIFA Ultimate Team, as you all know, is the most popular mode. If you're not playing it already, you should start off right away and see what these players are on about, because FIFA Ultimate Team format is one of the best formats that is there in the game, which is for the phase one, there's going to be a single elimination knockout tournament, which is best of two. And then we'll be moving off to the playoffs, which will be from the quarterfinals. You'll be able to understand this a bit more easily when we move on to the looking at the fixtures. But there's going to be a double elimination knockout. There's going to be a best of two format. But there we go. We have the fixtures in front of us. We've had some crazy matches, Selvin, in the initial rounds. Yesterday, we saw some amazing victories, players who were expected to win, who were not expected to win. But we will be having a look at today's matches as well. After this, you can see the bracket. We'll delve onto it a bit more later on. But for now, we have Aditya Chatta playing against Nihal Thomas. Now, this is going to be a very interesting fixture. As we all know from the community, anybody who follows FIFA at the highest level in our country knows about Aditya Chatta. This man finished 19th in the FIFA Global Series rankings in the FGS that happened this year, which is incredible, quite an incredible achievement, I must say. And Selvin, in fact, I think he's someone you should be talking about because he is with the same organization that you're working for. So tell me a bit more about this guy and tell me a bit more about how his play style is, and he's squaring up against Nihal Thomas because yeah, well, let's just have a chat about Chadda first, and then I'll give an introduction who Nihal is.
Oh, yes, perfect. I think Aditya, I mean, one word if I could describe him is going to be passion. I think this guy is an inspiration to each and every FIFA enthusiast who dreams of becoming a champion. What he's done over this season is something a lot of people still dream of. Like, let's be very honest. Me, myself, did not hear a lot about Aditya in FIFA 20, but then he came onto the scene. He made a name for himself. He defeated a lot of pros. He, held his nerve in like pressure situations, and he was pretty good in those tournaments. But FIFA 21, Aditya has been on a different level, and I think the best thing that he has done is win that title that he won few months ago by beating Charan Jot in the finals. And I think nobody expected him to do that. But and that's the reason I call him an inspiration for a lot of FIFA players who think that they want to make it big someday. And with regards to his play style, I think one thing I like about him is he has this never give up attitude. He wants to play good football, he wants to play entertaining FIFA, and he always believes that there is a chance until the final whistle. Even if you see him 2-0 down at the 80th minute, he will try his best to make it 3-2 at the 90th. A lot of people would try to make it 2-all, try to take it to extra time, try to attack. But this guy, okay, is someone who will try to make it 3-2. And he believes in his attack, he believes in his defense, he knows what he's doing. And you've seen him play a lot of times as well. He doesn't show a lot of emotions, which I feel is very important. And I think as we were talking about Nihal Thomas as well, I'm sure you're going to say a lot of good things about him. We've heard a lot of things about him. We've seen him dominate the scene before. He's been a top player for a long time. And I think this game is going to promise us a lot of goals and a lot of entertainment.
Absolutely, what a fantastic description you've given about Aditya Chadda because he has been a player that has come up into the pro circuit suddenly. I think I remember I met him last year in FIFA 20 in a tournament in Delhi myself. We ended up playing a final, and he asked me, "What is Pro FIFA all about? Who are the players? I want to meet them. I want to see how it's." And like within a year, Selvin, he has grown exponentially. I think it was FIFA 19 probably, but obviously that was in last year itself. And now he's made up so much. He's been a champion after beating Charan Jot and finished 19th in the rankings, which is a fantastic achievement, really. But on the other hand, Nihal Thomas is one of the veterans of the FIFA scene. I think this man is just slowed down a bit in terms of FIFA 21. But before that, Selvin, I think I'm pretty sure you're aware about this. This man qualified for the grand finals of the Virtual Bundesliga India League, which is amazing. To beat so many players and reach top four for that tournament is something really incredible. And he's been a part of a lot of national tournaments in the past. I have personally met him. I've traveled with him. I've played in national tournaments alongside him, and you see it's incredible how this man keeps going, and he's got a play style quite similar to Aditya Chadda, I must say, especially when it comes to attacking. Both the players are relentless going forward. They should just want to try and score as many goals as possible. Like Selvin, you rightly pointed out, the fact that if there is a chance to score more goals, nobody, not either one of them, is going to sit back. The only thing is Aditya Chadda in this case, I feel Selvin has a bit of an advantage over Nihal Thomas is solely because he has played the game a bit more. He's put in a lot of time. I think he's played against the best of the best players in the West Asia region as per the FIFA Global Series, which is arguably, the biggest thing for any Indian FIFA player now that we are eligible to compete. But then again, Selvin, I think FIFA surprises us, doesn't it? Like these players can come up with something really amazing, like we saw in Dervesh's case, and maybe Nihal has some secret recipe to show us today.
Well, yes, I think I agree with whatever you've just said. And let's be honest, Lokmanu, I think Aditya and Nihal are two of the nicest guys in the community. They are they are adored by a lot of people, even by their competitors, and that is a massive thing to achieve. When you play a game competitively. Talking about Nihal, I think he knows what it takes to be there right at the top, and he knows if he puts in those hours, if he grinds in day out, he can reach the top, as he showed in the virtual Bundesliga, which is obviously a very tough tournament to qualify for, and he reached the top four out there. And Aditya obviously knows about winning tournaments, knows about performing at the biggest of stages. But the best part about this clash is this could be a final clash as well. We are lucky enough to see it in phase one, but this is as good as a clash in the finals, because these two are certainly capable of it. And as casters, as neutrals, I think this is what we want to see: tight games but entertaining games. And these two are going to give us that today.
Absolutely, indeed, they're going to give us a wonderful, wonderful matchup of FIFA. Even though we keep on saying how FIFA 21 is just over and FIFA 22 is around the corner, and all the players are still competing, Selvin, for that top spot to be able to qualify for Josh Presents Esports Premier Series, powered by Hell Energy Drink. I think that is the spot, that is the level where every player wants to reach out to compete alongside CJ in the LAN finals in December, which promises to be fantastic because it's not that far away, Selvin. August is almost over. You see, you've got only 3 or 4 months left for the grand finals, and players are desperately trying to get that second spot. I mean, it's incredible, really. So many good players in this tournament, like we saw from the fixtures as well, and only one spot, which means it is quite quite a, I would say, a situation where players are going to go all out, relentless, not going to think twice about doing, uh, you know, anything and everything they can to win, Selvin, because it's just very competitive. And you being a veteran gamer yourself knows all about it, don't you?
I mean, yes, this is possibly the best time for a lot of FIFA gamers, For a lot of pros, let's say August is the end of the season. But a lot of people out there are waiting for this opportunity, thinking this is the right time. Since you do not have a lot of pros are thinking, okay, this is just another tournament. But for the ones who are taking this very, very, very seriously right now, I think this is their best chance to qualify to that national event, I mean, to the LAN event, and meet CJ. Of course, that is going to be a mountain to climb if you have to beat CJ in a LAN final when he is right in front of you. And but I think this is a great opportunity. A lot of these players have that potential. They don't really feel that pressure of playing in a tournament wherein they are intimidated by their opponent. And no matter how good the pros are, I think FIFA 21 at this stage, everyone is beatable. And that is going to be a big motivation for all those players. We've seen some big upsets already in this week. And I'm hoping that, a lot of surprising things happen today and as this tournament progresses.
Yeah, I think you've said it really well how it's going to be a mountain to climb when you play against someone like CJ at a LAN event. And you know you've competed back in your days in LAN events. I have done the same. There are other pro players. And I think apart from only a couple of pros that we know really well, Selwyn, that only two of them are not competing in this tournament. Everybody else in the top pro circuit, you name them, they're there, they're playing this tournament, which means that even though when we keep saying it's the end of the season for a lot of players, it's actually not, because those players are competing apart from only two players that are not competing. So it is a way of them showing that we are hungry for that sport. We want to be in that winner of the second qualifier of the Josh Presents Esports Premier Series FIFA 21, powered by Hell Energy Drink. You see the motivation for them even at this stage. It speaks volumes of how the community is growing. You've seen it on all these years, and I honestly cannot wait for this game and all the other matches to come in the coming week, because it's an action packed week of FIFA that we can say, which is going to basically lead us right into FIFA 22 when that game comes in. And so many upcoming tournaments are going to come in that case, Selvin, as well. And I think you were mentioning last time how one should just subscribe to Esports Premier Series' channel, and how they should be keeping an eye out for so many tournaments that they're going to be coming up with, because there's always something for a gamer whenever it comes to competing. With that being said, we are kicking off with this big game for today. We have two matches, by the way, on schedule, one of which has started between Aditya Chatta and Nihal Thomas, straight away kicking off with Nihal Thomas playing from left to right in the white kit, whereas Aditya Chatta is playing from right to left. And straight off the bat, Aditya Chatta tries to score with his Ronaldo, but denied by the keeper. I think Nihal Thomas was still trying to adapt to some bit of possession, but quickly snatched away. Selvin, what are your thoughts about the aggressive start of Aditya Chatta right off the bat as soon as the game started?
Well, let's be honest. Aditya is somebody who is who likes to take these chances. He is not someone who will rotate the ball a lot. He gets a chance, he's going to try and take it. And you saw it there with Ronaldo. A lot of players maybe would have taken an extra touch or, done some skill move to create more space. But Aditya, I mean, trusted his Ronaldo, and 9 out of 10 times he would have scored. But having said that, look at him twisting and turning, and Ronaldo, and that is going to be 1-0. It took him hardly 6 minutes to open the scoring. Not something that Nihal would have thought. But Aditya, look at that aggression. He is on, he's showing his A game, Lokmanu.
Absolutely is. I mean, he did not waste any sort of a time to get that first goal, which turns out to be really crucial, especially when you know you've got so much at stakes to be able to play in this tournament, Selvin. I think Aditya Chatta, that dribbling from Neymar was absolutely incredible because he did not waste any single time inside the box. He knew exactly what to do with Neymar in this case. And with that being said, Nihal Thomas on the break with Irving Lozano. I was going to talk about Aditya Chatta being so aggressive right off the bat. We have Nihal Thomas wasting no time whatsoever, come back into this game, and none other than Irving Lozano. What a speed that man has on him in those legs, Selvin. Do you want to talk about what just happened there?
Absolutely. I think that was the perfect response from Nihal, and that is something we can expect from a player of his caliber. A lot of people would think, oh no, Aditya is going to run away with this because he's already scored the first goal. He's looking confident on the ball. But Nihal had other ideas. He was patient. He waited for the ball. And as soon as he thought there is an opening, the turn that he took, the scoop turn, I think, after the fake shot, and then opened the angle for himself to shoot near post. And that shot, I think there is no keeper in the world, at least in FIFA, who would have saved it from that position. So big ups to Nihal. I think he deserved a goal for showing that intent and for taking the game to Aditya. Having said that, here he is again with Lukaku. Is he going to take a shot again? Tries to pass, and that is well covered by Marcelo. Look, Manu, I think we are in for a treat. It's going to be a goal fest. What are your thoughts?
It is indeed going to be a goal fest, Selvan, because, like I said, we have seen Nihal Thomas in so many big tournaments. Even though he hasn't played the game too much, as far as I know, I think he has performed. Not exactly performed. I mean, practiced really well for this tournament, for this task that he knows he is playing against Aditya Chatta, who is on the second rank in India, according to the official FIFA Global Series rankings, which is incredible, isn't it? To be able to challenge that player who's been in the form of his life, and even winning the tournament that basically stopped CJ from being a three-time champion back to back to back. He stopped that, which just speaks volumes about the credibility of Aditya Chatta in such a short span of time, I must say. And Nihal Thomas has a great challenge for him. What a beautiful tackle. That is actually a match-winning title, Selvin. But tackle again. But then, yeah, you have to look at the fact that Nihal Thomas has got a bit of composure from the last time we saw him. And he has actually saved that from Edison. Bit of a defensive lapse there, Selvin, don't you think?
It was indeed. I think, Lokmanu, when you're playing against Aditya, you have to be prepared about those, cheeky passes. And that is something that Aditya has been trying to get into the space. He tries to do the heel to heel, but then I think Nihal would be a little disappointed because he's conceded this penalty. And it's Sergio Ramos. That is a perfect penalty. Edison dived the right way, but that was stuck with some venom. 2-1 to Aditya. Lokmanu, your thoughts on that build-up leading to the penalty?
I think you already talked about it. It's all about finding the right pockets and finding that pass. I think this is something that we spoke about last time also, yesterday, in fact, between the game of Samuel Kamaraj and Rudraksh, that you have to find that defense splitting pass, and Chatta actually did that and basically cutting that defense in a very professional manner, you have to say. Again, then you obviously tend to do a bit of mistakes sometimes as a FIFA player in defense. You're not able to defend so well, and the defender just made a tackle which was not good at all, and that basically costs you. And Ronaldo has a chance to make it 3-0. What a beautiful set of skills. As soon as I was going to talk about him scoring that penalty with such precision, talk about precision, Selvin. 3 skills from Ronaldo, starting off with directional nutmeg, does a ball roll, scoop turn, and then does a ball roll again to bring it onto the right foot of Ronaldo. That being said, Eusebio again on the attack, tries to do a player lock, passes it to Neymar, tries to do it first time, but well defended. Nihal Thomas's defense is all over the place right now. It's the defenders that I was talking about. They were not defending properly, costing Nihal Thomas a penalty, and now they're just all over the place, not giving any sort of respite to him. He's just defending and defending and defending, and Aditya Chatta is not stopping at all. Again, wins a foul at a good position. Selvin, promises to be a goal fest like we spoke about earlier. What do you have to say about Aditya's relentless attacking display right now?
Well, one word is going to be very, very, very impressive. I mean, impressive is the word, and that very, very, very shows my excitement. I wish the cameras were on us, because that decision making to score that goal, Lokmanu, he could have taken a shot on the left foot. He could have taken that gamble, but then he knew what he was doing. He created that space in such a way where Nihal would have been like, oh no, not this again. Because I think Aditya has been all over Nihal's defense with those skill moves. He knows what he's doing. And if you notice, Lokmanu, he's taken a lot of first-time shots, which you would not expect him to do. And I think, look at those stats. 7 shots already for him. And Nihal had 1 shot out of which he did score. But Aditya with 72% possession has been dominating. And Nihal certainly needs the next goal. He needs to regroup, think about what needs to be done with his defense, and come back stronger in this game, Lokmanu.
Absolutely great analysis there, Selvin. Of course, it's the case where Nihal Thomas has to make a comeback and has to basically match up Aditya Chatta. And going back to the penalty incident, which I was pondering upon at the start, I think his defenders did not position themselves right, and that was a tackle which was made under a lot of panic, I must say. And Sergio Ramos, of course, will not miss that because Aditya Chatta has so much of precision with that penalty in there. And he's practiced so many times. He's played at the highest level. He's played against some of the best players in this region. So he knows the pressure that comes with a penalty and that you have to convert as soon as you get those chances. It's all about converting those chances in big games. That's what defines you as a professional player, because you don't get that too many, especially when you're playing against a top player like Nihal Thomas himself. But then again, Aditya Chatta is making him look like a really weak opponent, I must say, because he's just attacking and attacking and attacking, not letting Nihal Thomas even breathe for 2 minutes in this game. With that being said, Bruno Fernandes on the break could have played that pass down to Leroy Sané on the wings. It's such an end-to-end game, Selvin. This is what we were talking about. Both the players have such a similar play style of just keep on attacking and attacking. Passes it to Neymar. What a beautiful ball that was from Di Maria. Right at the feet of that Summer Stars 99 Neymar card, which is one of the best cards that we've seen in the game. 4-1 on the scoreline. We all thought, okay, maybe Nihal has got a grip of the game after scoring that equalizer. But Aditya Chatta said, no, sir, I'm not having any of that. I will be taking a lead, and I will be taking a lead of 3 goals or maybe more. Your thoughts on that goal, Selvin?
Wow, I think it was pretty impressive. And I think Nihal is going to be pretty annoyed with himself, Lokmanu, because I'm sure you remember he had a great chance where he could have played Leroy Sané and maybe got an attack of his own. But Aditya Chatta is not stopping. He's taken another chance, which is missed by a whisker, I think. And leading to the goal, Lokmanu, that was some excellent decision making. He passed the ball from the right wing to the center, to the left wing. And then he had it was like an X and zero situation for him, wherein no matter what he does, he's sure he's guaranteed himself a goal. And he took the best option, opened him up, and what a beautiful goal that was. And I really don't think he's planning to stop now.
He does not plan to stop. In fact, by the looks of it, the way he's attacking, I think he's still so hungry to win that ball again. And Niall Thomas is all over the place. Cristiano Ronaldo tries to turn inside, but this time Thiago Silva, out of all people, has defended really well. You don't really see Thiago Silva in the team of a lot of professional players because he's not exactly as fast as the other players that we've usually seen. But Niall Thomas has trusted him with that. What a beautiful directional nutmeg that is. Romelu Lukaku, Chelsea's latest signing, 97 million in real life, where has paid off in the game for Niall Thomas. But just to let you know, and everybody watching, Niall Thomas is a massive Man United fan, so I don't really think it's a good idea to talk about Lukaku and his signing. But then again, he has contributed to try and reduce the deficit. Again, that really overpowered skill, Selvin. You must have seen all the players use this, and it's one of the most effective skills in this game, is that directional nutmeg. To all the people that are watching, this is the skill to master, at least in FIFA 21. And I think that should be the case with FIFA 22 as well. But fantastic goal, Selvin. Now that the deficit is only down to 2, do you think is there a comeback possible for Nihal Thomas, or is it Aditya Chatta scoring one more, then scoring another, and then just making it a scoreline of a possible 8-2 repeat of Man United versus Arsenal? I just had to mention it. Sorry.
Okay, so let's be very honest. I don't think it's going to be 8-2, although Aditya is looking to attack. And I think Lokmanu, that was the reason he did not want to stop, because he knows Nehal has that potential. He has the caliber. And if you noticed, let's be very honest and give a lot of credit to Nehal. He did open Aditya with that one skill move, which was very pleasing to the eye. And then once Lukaku got into that position, I think Lukaku versus the keeper from that position, we could only have one outcome, which we saw as a goal. And 4-2, 75 minutes on the clock, 15 minutes to go. I think Nehal is going to try his best to get one more goal. And let's be honest, I have a feeling either Aditya or Nehal, one of them is scoring in this game for sure. I mean, looking at how tight and how intense this game has been, I'm predicting another goal in this one.
I think I completely agree with you here as well, because the way these players play, 6 goals has already been the case with it. And then again, Irving Lozano tries to cut in. What a fantastic, beautiful goal that is from Irving Lozano. I think that's exactly the kind of skill that players do in real life as well, to cut back inside. One of those Iron Robin moments that Robin does from the wings, cut inside on his left. The times that we've seen as 90s kids, Selvin, I think you would agree, to see that kind of football, to be able to basically cut in like Iron Robin, and Lozano has scored perfectly. The deficit has been reduced from 3 goals to just 1 goal. And now Nihal Thomas has the chance of even equalizing in this game. Selvin, you were right on point with that 1 goal coming in immediately in this game.
Well, yes. I mean, even I was pretty, surprised that it came so soon. Because let's be honest, these two players have been attacking really well. And Aditya, with his mentality, I think he is going to think, I'm not going to go into the next leg with a 1 goal lead. I am going to try and get that next goal. But talking about the goal, Nehal, I think the best thing about that goal, Lokmanu, for me was he was sticking with the basics. He kept it simple, a simple through ball, a simple fake shot to open the space, and then the most beautiful finesse shot to score that goal. And I think I was surprised to see Aditya getting opened up with these simple moves. But then, yes, again, a lesson for everyone watching. No matter how good you are, if you stick to the basics, there is always a chance. Having said that, there is going to be a 5th goal for Aditya Chatta. I don't think any of us doubted it. Wow, what a run, what a ball, what a finish. Lokmanu, your thoughts on that goal?
I think that was a great goal because, well, Nihal Thomas was caught in a quite an awkward situation there. He should have defended that really well. He should have predicted that through ball, the through ball that we always talk about as FIFA players. That is very difficult to defend, and Nihal Thomas should have caught that right from the half line. He didn't do that, and then he even made a decision to slide with his centre back because obviously Ronaldo was racing away. I think had he stood his ground there a bit, that pass directly to the feet of Neymar wouldn't have been possible. But with that being said, what a fantastic first leg we have seen here, Selvin. Aditya Chatta winning it 5-3 or against Nihal Thomas in the first leg. We are going to be seeing the second leg just very shortly. But I think all in all, we have seen we have seen an 8-goal thriller, which is the kind of a case you would be expecting from a game like this. Both the players, free flowing football, free flowing FIFA. They want to just keep on attacking. They want to keep on scoring. They do not sit back. And Aditya Chatta, in fact, Selvin, if this was a game with a lot of things at stake, like with a lot of prize money, which is the case with this now, you would expect any other pro player to shut up shop. But Aditya Chatta has not done that. He is 4-1 up and he's still going for more, and that basically exposes him to Nihal Thomas scoring two more goals to make it 4-3. But then having uh, the audacity, if I have to use the word, to even go for another goal and not stop, knowing that he can concede and just all that lead would just go away.
Well, very true, I think, Lokmanu. But then again, that shows the confidence that Aditya has in his attack and in his defense, and also the respect that he has for his opponents, and he knows how good Nihal Thomas is. And at 4-1, I think both of us would have thought, okay, Aditya may go a little defensive, make some changes. There was no pause cue, there was nothing. But I still thought Aditya was going to go a little defensive, calm down and get the ball, keep the hold of possession, make sure that Nihal doesn't get near the ball. And but he kept on going. He tried to score that goal. There were spaces in defense. Nihal made sure that he tries his best to open those defensive gaps, and he did it with the right with the right skill moves and with the right passing movements. And I think what we expected has come true. So as a neutral fan, as a commentator, as a caster, the the main thing we wanted was goals, and we've got 8 goals in the first leg, and that's something that we would have expected and asked for. And as viewers, what else do you want in this case?
Absolutely. As viewers, what else do you want in this case? Fantastic words by our veteran gamer, Selvin. I think that's perfectly how to sum this up. As neutrals, as casters, as someone who wants to enjoy watching FIFA, I think these are the games that you live for, Selvin. And you are actually in a case where both the players are going all out to win this, because both of them are competitive players, mind you. They're not playing this tournament for fun. They are not playing this tournament just because they want to try out some FIFA. Both of them had prior experience of playing FIFA at the highest level in India. Of course, Aditya Chatta is the recent, you can say, the new kid on the block that has achieved so much, that actually ended up being a national champion this year after beating the likes of Charanjot, like you had previously mentioned, and of course finishing 19th in the global series rankings. But then again, I would like to welcome all the viewers who are tuning in now for the second leg of this amazing fixture. Welcome to Josh Presents Esports Premier Series, powered by Hell Energy Drink. This is the FIFA 21 tournament second qualifier, and the winner of this will be joining Charanjot in the grand finals, which will be hosted in December, where I will be there at the LAN event. I think Selvin, alongside you, will be at the desk watching the game live in front of us. I think that is going to be even more fun. I mean, I really cannot wait. You can see the excitement on my face. And to be able to see these matches live, whoever qualifies from this particular qualifier will be playing against CJ there, which is a massive, massive achievement for any FIFA player. With that being said, I think we'll be quickly starting off with the second leg. But Selvin, before we do that, just tell us about a bit more about how you see Nihal Thomas being a professional player since a long time now. He slowed down a bit this year. I think this will be mentioned and we spoke about at the start of the game. But do you think that experience stays there? Do you think that when we talk about form is temporary, class is permanent, do you think if Nihal Thomas puts in a bit more work in the second leg, if he focuses, if he recalls everything that he did in those big tournaments, can he still beat Aditya Chatta, who looks to be in form since a year now?
Absolutely. Well, let's be very honest. You already said it, form is temporary, class is permanent. And Nihal, I think the reason he has participated in this tournament is because he knows he can go all the way. And because he trusts in his gameplay, he trusts in his formation, his tactics. And I'm sure he was expecting to play a lot of pros throughout this tournament. And as they say, to be the best, you got to beat the best. And Nihal, I think, has the best opportunity right now to beat Aditya Chatta, who certainly in this qualifier is the player to beat. And if Nihal can score 3 goals in the first leg, I am sure he can think that he can score 3 goals in the second leg and concede none. And he certainly has the potential. But knowing how good Aditya is, I think Aditya is going to go all out to make sure that, the game is over before the first half ends. And that's just how his mentality works.
Absolutely. I think to be able to play in this format, to be able to compete at the highest level, it's all just about focusing, isn't it? And to try and get that first goal. It's always about the first goal in the match. It boosts your confidence. It gives you the edge over your opponent mentally as well. Because as soon as the game starts, Selwyn, you know this because you've played yourself a lot of times. You know, as soon as you concede a goal right at the start of this game, you tend to become quite. I mean, it you take a hit and you just sit back and you realize, oh, I've conceded a goal, maybe I'm not good enough in this game. But then of course you have to build on it, you have to do all the work once again that you would do at a 0-0 scoreline. So I believe Nihal Thomas has to separate the two legs, think of the first leg as a defeat, but then think of the second one as starting right off, at 0-0 fresh, to be able to score 2 goals, think that he's in a 2 goal lead, and then obviously the aggregate score would be level. I think that's what I would do if I was in Nihal's shoes, because the goal difference isn't that much, unlike the case where you see a player winning 6-1 or 7-1 in the first leg, and there's absolutely no chance in the second one. But this time, the quality of both the players and the difference is just two. Nihal Thomas can definitely make a comeback. All he has to do is reduce his mistakes in the defense that we are seeing a lot, and that purely comes down to not being able to play the game that much. I have seen Nihal on his prime. He is definitely one of those players who will get a result, who will qualify for national championships, who in fact even go on and win them, because he is that kind of a player. And matching up against the man in form, Aditya Chadha, second highest Indian to be ranked in the FIFA Global Series rankings, which is fantastic for someone who's just started last year itself. So this promises to be an amazing game. We are still waiting on confirmation from both the players. We'll be starting off really soon. Obviously, with these online matches, as we've all seen in the past 1.5 years with the pandemic, I think it takes a lot of time to set up these matches. We're still all getting used to it, aren't we? Because most of these players are used to playing at LAN events, to be able to just sit against their opponent, look them in the eye. I think, Salman, this is something we can talk about while the game is starting. How many times have you had this encounter when you're sitting with your opponent, you look them in the eye, even if he's your friend, you laugh, you joke about it, but then as soon as the game is about to start, you look them in the eye like, I'm gonna beat you, right? So has it happened to you? I'm pretty sure it has. And how many times and against who? Just give us a couple of names, because I think the people who are watching just might want to know about how the FIFA scene is when it comes to LAN events in India.
Well, yes, I think it has happened multiple times, especially I think when it comes to the FIFA community, you always have these players that, they are your friends. You always know them because they are the same names which are repeated time and again. When you play a tournament, when you are at a LAN event, you see these players coming all the time at an event. But then, there are these moments where you are playing those games. When it comes to eye contact, I think it comes normally when let's say if I've lost to a player and then I get a chance to play with him again at a different tournament, I am going to give him that eye contact saying that, I remember the last time we met, you won, and this time is going to be me. And I think, Lokmanu, the best part about LAN gaming or LAN events is when you're sitting next to the opponent or in front of the opponent, and your reactions after the goal, you can, maybe just punch the air after you score a goal, just say something like, come on, or let's go. And that adds to the intensity, or maybe you celebrate with your friends while you're playing. And I think this has happened a lot of times, and it's just incredible to witness such moments. Even if you're on the losing end, once it is done, there is no bad blood between the opponents and between you and the opponents. I mean, and it's just a part of the game. It happens in the heat of the moment, and I think these are moments that a lot of people would miss who enjoy LAN gaming. And having said that, I think that is Nihal's team for the second leg. Lokmanu, I think you may have to review the team once and compare it to Aditya's.
No, I think the reason why you see that Alexis Sanchez is only to give that green link to Lukaku and rest of the team look pretty basic to me. Some of the players were decent, but I think that just goes to show that Niall Thomas has not had the time, maybe because I know he is a working professional. He manages between competing in FIFA and doing his daily job. But I mean, that's the reason you see his team not being able to that good, and a lot of people who are ultimate team enthusiasts know how much grind and how much time you have to put in to be able to build your ultimate team. That's the reason why the name is called an ultimate team. You have to start from scratch every single year. You have to build your team to that level. So yeah, Selvin, talking about that team, I think maybe Nihal could have had a better team had he put in more time to this game. But you got to do what you got to do, and you have to play with the team that you have. And Nihal Thomas has done a fantastic job till now to be able to play against Aditya's really good team, that I must say, and perform at the highest level despite having a bit of lack of practice, I can say. And Aditya Chatta is, as soon as I say that, is on his bike with Neymar Jr., tries to cut one in, just not enough to beat Nihal's defense this time. There's so many bodies for Nihal for this corner. It is going to be a situation where if Aditya is not able to break down the defense of Nihal right at the start of this game, Selvin, like we were talking about before, it will give some sort of confidence to Nihal Thomas. Do you think Nihal is going to get the first goal, or is it Aditya Chadda? Because by the looks of it, Aditya Chadda is really linking up well in the attack and playing some really fast flowing FIFA.
Well, absolutely. As much as I want to see Nihal scoring the first goal, considering it will be like, very much intense, it looks like Aditya is mentally prepared for this game and he knows what he's doing. Look at those tackles. I mean, he's just going in, knowing that he's going to win the ball. And look at that defense splitting pass from defense to attack. And I think he went for the wrong decision there. He was expecting Ronaldo to score, but maybe he would have squared the ball to Neymar, and that could have been an easy goal. Having said that, Nihal has a chance. This is an end-to-end game. Lokmanu, something that we were expecting. That's a big block under pressure there. And I think, Lokmanu, we are in for a treat in the second leg.
We indeed are. I think that pass we're seeing once again, Selvin, that because I'm a pro in this game myself, I can talk about this. That if you get a goal back, you will be in to come back into this fixture, because now the deficit is only down to one. Just when I was talking about how to exploit the meta, how to play those defense splitting passes, Nihal Thomas has come up with a fantastic goal, cutting in from Romelu Lukaku. It's something that we spoke about with Iron Robin cutting in his left foot. And that's exactly what has happened. Every football fan used to love watching that, and Nihal Thomas has done exactly the same thing. From being 4-1 down, Selvin, he has made it to 5-4. He's just one goal away from equalizing. I think Nihal Thomas has come up with a fantastic mentality. It's just all about holding his fort down in terms of defense and keep moving forward slowly and steadily and make those attacks, because Aditya, as soon as he gets the chance, he will not miss it. It's just up to Nihal really how to defend these chances, really, Selvin.
It is indeed. It is up to Nihal. And let's be very honest, in these games where there are very, fine margins for error, you have to take your chances. Aditya missed one with Ronaldo. He could have passed it to Neymar and maybe would have got the goal. But then Nihal had the chance from the throw in, Lukaku with the basics, took the fake shot, opened the space. And once again, as we said in the first leg, Lukaku from that angle, you always knew the ball was going to land in the back of the net. And Nihal has grown confidently into this game. Aditya looks very confident as well. But Nihal knows if he can get the first goal, he can get the second one. He is in here, and that is something that Nihal would not have wanted. He would have wanted Lukaku to take that shot with his left foot into the far corner. But then Lukaku decided to go with the right, and that's a big, big, big save there. Lokmanu, I think this is going to be crazy, especially if Aditya can find a way to score here. Big block. Danger cleared. Oh no, it's not yet clear. Verratti with the ball. I
Oh
think he
my god, what have
overdid
I
it a
seen?
little. Oh, wow. Incredible. Look,
Uh,
I think you should take over now. Yeah.
Apologies, Selvin, to cut you off there because it's just so much happening right now that both of us cannot comprehend what to exactly talk about. Because on the other hand, Nihal Thomas just about to get that goal again. Virati with some fantastic skills there, Selvin. Now plays the ball to Di Maria, has the chance to roll the ball onto his left foot, and there we go. As soon as we were talking about Nihal Thomas coming back into this game, Aditya Chatta on the run, on his bike with Di Maria, just had to do a simple ball roll to beat the goalkeeper of Nihal Thomas and restores his 2-goal lead. I think there was so much to talk about in those last 2 minutes. Fantastic FIFA action that we're seeing from both these amazing and such talented professional FIFA players. Mind you, these are not casual players. These guys play this game professionally. They play for that prize money. They play for the glory. And that being said, Bruno Fernandes has the chance to get one goal back. Fantastic defending once again by Aditya Chatta. Again plays a through ball. What is happening here? Neymar Jr. has the chance to score one more, but just not enough shot power. Selvin, I can't even go back to the moments that we couldn't talk about because every second there's something amazing happening in this game, especially from Aditya Chatta because his attack is just relentless.
It is indeed Lokmanu, and I think that goal, the way he scored it, that was calmness and composure personified. A lot of people think like, it's pretty simple to do the ball roll, but believe me, to do that in a tournament, in that situation where your opponent is going to get the edge, to do that with that precision, right timing for everything is very, very, very difficult. And I think only for his composure, he deserved that goal. And Lokmanu, as you were saying, we cannot really breathe during this game. Something or the other is going to happen almost every second. But I think we are happy to see this half being brought to an end. What an end-to-end half. What a second leg have we had here. 6-4 right now for Aditya. Lokmanu, I think this is going to be crazy in the second half. I cannot contain my excitement.
Absolutely. I mean, like you said, Selvin, in this moment in time, you don't know what to talk about. I am so happy to see such an amazing game of FIFA, especially as a neutral, even when you know the players personally. That's the best part about being a caster who is involved in the community, and so is the case with you, Selvin. We have seen these guys week in, week out. We know about their weekend league results. We know about the tournaments they've played. We know how they grind so much. I personally have practiced till 5 a.m. with Aditya Chatta during the times of those global series qualifiers. I know the amount of time and grind that you've put in to be able to reach at that level, and Aditya Chatta shows that with his attacking display. It's just that Nihal Thomas has been absolutely fantastic in his attack. His defense needs a bit of polishing right now. He needs to hold his foot down. I've been saying this again and again, especially with those skill moves from that Verratti inside the box, Selvan, where he shot directly at the goalkeeper after doing two beautiful reverse elasticos that would have been possibly goal of the tournament, and Nihal Thomas couldn't defend that. I think he has to stop those kind of chances from Aditya Chatta to be able to make a comeback in this game. He's losing the ball a bit too cheaply, which is not the case, which is not something that will help you come back into this game going up against the likes of Addy here. I'm just going to call him Addy basically for the rest of the game to make it easier for all of us to be able to understand quickly who we're talking about. And yeah, well, in this case, Selvin, Addy has been absolutely fantastic going forward. He's not sitting back. He wants more goals. That being said, Di Maria plays it out to Verratti. Again, Verratti is playing in a very good position. That 5-5 green card. The beautiful skill moves from Ronaldo, but wow, that is not what we were expecting. Jonathan Bamba heading that in. One of the shortest players on the field, sneaking one in. I think Ronaldo should have scored that, Selvin. Quite unfortunate, to be honest. Aditya Chatta would have fumed if he had missed that chance, but Jonathan Bamba scoring that header, and that makes it 7-4 on aggregate. What a game this has been.
Indeed, what a game this has been. 7-4 on aggregate with around 30 minutes to play. But Lokman, let's be fair. I think Nihal is going to be furious. I mean, any player is furious when you concede a rebound goal. But with all due respect to Nihal, I think Aditya should have scored that with Ronaldo, especially after all the work that he did to get into that position. And let's be honest as well. I think Aditya has deserved the lead. But Nihal is not going to stop till it's over. He still has over 27 minutes to find 3 goals. And a player of his capacity, a player of his potential can certainly do that. But you can see with Aditya's gameplay, he's getting into Nihal's mind, because I think Nihal knows every time Aditya goes forward, he has the capacity to score a goal. And that's something that Nihal isn't able to exploit. Nihal is not able to open the defense as we were talking about, but he has done it now. It is 7-5 on aggregate. Lozano once again with the goal. Aditya opened up in defense, something that you would have not seen very often. I think it is an amazing goal by Nihal with those passes, 1-2 exchange, opening up the spaces. And wow, Lokmanu, I think we are up for a epic end to this game.
What a fantastic set of, what do you call the passing decisions that I have to say from Nihal Thomas in this case. Tiki taka, as we all call it in football. Great 1-2 between the attackers for Nihal Thomas. And in the 20 minutes to go, it's 7-5. 2 goals in 20 minutes is quite possible, even more than that, especially given both these players are building 12 goals already in this fixture, which is fantastic to see. Exactly what we were expecting between these two amazing players. That goal from Nihal Thomas basically shows his quality as a FIFA player. He is fully aware of the players that are around him. It is not easy sometimes. Selvin, you have seen this. It's what we call a creative block that comes in for a lot of players, but that is not the case with Aditya Chatta. Tries to ball roll. Somehow the goalkeeper manages to extend his hand out and take the ball a bit away from Cristiano Ronaldo. Otherwise, that would have been game, set, and match. Look at the pressure being put by both the players. Aditya Chatta is not letting up. What a beautiful turn that is from Romelu Lukaku. Strong as a rock. And with that being said, what a goal that is! 3-2 on the night. 1 goal away from making this 7-7 on aggregate. Romelu Lukaku has been phenomenal for Nihal Thomas. Selvin, your thoughts on that turn and on that breakaway pass from Nihal Thomas? Wow.
That goal, Lokmanu, wow, was all about Lukaku. He held on the challenge of those defenders, made that space for himself, got into a shooting position, but now he's exposed and Aditya has a chance to put this game to bed. And I think we did not expect any other result when Cristiano Ronaldo gets to shoot with no goalkeeper out there. It's 8-6 on aggregate. I mean, I cannot describe what's happening, because I think Nihal can score one more goal here, but no, Aditya keeps the cool. Lokmanu, I think we cannot breathe, we cannot blink out here, because by the time we analyze one goal, there is another goal or a big chance created because Aditya is in again. And I think I'm going to let you talk about this one.
I mean, you just gave me, gave me a moment where I could not even understand how fast this game is going on. Where do I even start from to talk about the attacking display both these players have been showing? Whenever you say that FIFA is boring, well, come back to watch this game. Come back, just pick up some popcorn, have a drink, and watch this match. And none other than to have the Hell Energy drink, because that drink has basically given both these players so much of energy to be able to score 14 goals in this tie. You're hearing this right, 14 goals from these players. Incredible, really. 3-3 on the night. Nihal Thomas has been phenomenal ever since he went down 4-1 in the first leg. Look at the aggression from Aditya Chatta, even at this time when he knows he's up by 2 goals. He doesn't want to stop. He wants to score one more goal. What is happening? These players are just meant to play beautiful attacking FIFA. And with that being said, Aditya Chatta has won this fixture 8-6 on aggregate. 14 goals over these two legs. Selvin, what a fantastic game that was. I think you and I have had one of the best experiences as casters in this tournament because both these players have given us so much to talk about. Gave me even moments where I couldn't even breathe. I think I need to drink some water after this because these are the moments that you live for, where you're not able to talk in a flow because you get tired about talking how amazing these players are. 2 out of 2 legs done for this fixture. Aditya Chatta winning 8-6 on aggregate. Selvin, your thoughts about this fantastic game, one of the best games that we've ever seen.
Absolutely, Lokmanu, one of the best games that we've ever seen. I think I would like to apologize on behalf of me and Lokmanu to the audience if our audio levels were, very high because our excitement was on a different level. You do not have any clue what we've just witnessed. End-to-end game, so many goals, so much of madness, so much of action, attack, defense, midfield, a masterclass put up by both these players. And I think entertainment was what we wanted, as Lokmani was saying, for everyone who thinks FIFA is boring. Come back and watch this stream again. Come back and watch this game again between Aditya and Nihal. And I think Lokmanu, if Josh App and Hell Energy Drinks wanted to put a highlight game or a game of the tournament, this would be the game because that's everything their brand also represents. And this has been a game for the ages. Personally, as a caster, I don't think both of us are going to forget this game ever. One of my most favorite games to cast on because it was so energetic, it was so exciting, so spontaneous. And out of nowhere, there were chances being created, chances being taken. There were so many different styles of goal, from basics to a high skilled goal, from, body, the body pressure applied by Lukaku to get into that position, 1-2s. We've seen everything in this game, isn't it?
We have seen everything, and that's something I want to talk about, Selvin. Did you notice that once you open the Josh app, you can see Aditya Chadda's and Nihal Thomas's profile? Because that's the only place you will find that kind of a Josh. That's the only place you can find such players. And as soon as we found them, I think both of them gulped down the Hell Energy drink and they're like, okay, it's time to play some FIFA. 14 goals, man. How do you stop? Where do you stop? I mean, there is no stopping at all. I've said the word stop so many times because you can see the excitement. I I mean, it's just incredible. I mean, I think I definitely need a break. Selvin, so do you. We'll be back and we're going to be full of excitement after this break because we are watching another fantastic game between none other than Sagnik, one of the best players from Calcutta, going up against Kyle. Stay tuned. We'll be right back, guys.
Want to see something hot? क्या तुम्हारे ठुमके में है मेरे वाला दम? जोश पर आए, अपना ठुमका लगा दुनिया हिला चैलेंज अपलोड करें और हर हफ्ते जीतें 25 लाख तक के इनाम।
There was a time when I drank coffee. Lots of it. That time is long gone. I switched because I like to keep up with the new trend. Energy, taste, power. What else do you need? For me, it's enough. Hell Energy.
ये है होश। ये है जोश। ऐसे ही ढेर सारे फनी वीडियोस के लिए जोश में आ जा। ये है होश। ये है जोश। ऐसे ही ढेर सारे रोमांटिक और क्यूट वीडियोस के लिए जोश में आ जा।
Want to see something hot? क्या तुम्हारे ठुमके में है मेरे वाला दम? जोश पर आए, अपना ठुमका लगा दुनिया हिला चैलेंज अपलोड करें और हर हफ्ते जीतें 25 लाख तक के इनाम।
There was a time when I drank coffee. Lots of it. That time is long gone. I switched because I like to keep up with the new trend. Energy, taste, power. What else do you need? For me, it's enough. Hell energy.
ये है होश। ये है जोश। ऐसे ही ढेर सारे फनी वीडियोस के लिए जोश में आ जा। ये है होश। ये है जोश। ऐसे ही ढेर सारे रोमांटिक और क्यूट वीडियोस के लिए जोश में आ जा।
Wanna see something hot? क्या तुम्हारे ठुमके में है मेरे वाला दम? जोश पर आए, अपना ठुमका लगा दुनिया हिला चैलेंज अपलोड करें और हर हफ्ते जीतें 25 लाख तक के इनाम।
There was a time when I drank coffee. Lots of it. That time is long gone. I switched because I like to keep up with the new trend. Energy, taste, power. What else do you need? For me, it's enough. Hell energy.
ये है होश। ये है जोश। ऐसे ही ढेर सारे फनी वीडियोस के लिए जोश में आ जा। ये है होश। ये है जोश। ऐसे ही ढेर सारे रोमांटिक और क्यूट वीडियोस के लिए जोश में आ जा।
Wanna see something hot? क्या तुम्हारे ठुमके में है मेरे वाला दम? जोश पर आए, अपना ठुमका लगा दुनिया हिला चैलेंज अपलोड करें और हर हफ्ते जीतें 25 लाख तक के इनाम।
There was a time when I drank coffee. Lots of it. That time is long gone. I switched because I like to keep up with the new trend. Energy, taste, power. What else do you need? For me, it's enough. Hell energy.
ये है होश। ये है जोश। ऐसे ही ढेर सारे फनी वीडियोस के लिए जोश में आ जा। ये है होश। ये है जोश। ऐसे ही ढेर सारे रोमांटिक और क्यूट वीडियोस के लिए जोश में आ जा।
Welcome back to Josh Presents Esports Premier Series, FIFA 21 powered by Hell Energy Drink. My name is Lokmanyu. Joining me is Selvin. We're back for the second game of this evening. And for anyone who missed out on the first game, I think you have to come back to the channel, drop a subscription to basically turn the notification bell on and see the highlights of the first game, because what you have missed is a 14-goal thriller, which was incredible to see. One of the best matches I've had the chance to cast on alongside Selvin. And with that being said, we are going to be basically going to the next fixture, the second fixture of this day between Sagnik Banerjee and Kyle. That's going to be a great game, Selvin, because both these players, I think I'll let you talk about this, are full of skills.
Well, yes, both these players are full of skills and full of confidence because they are known for, enjoying this game while scoring a lot of goals. And both of them, I mean, they also play this game mode called Pro Clubs, wherein they are both known for, fooling around and just like there are so many skill moves that they know. There are so many skill moves that they perform anywhere on the pitch that can actually leave you frustrated as a defender, leave you furious as a defender. And they are so good at what they do. We've seen Kyle in that first game where we thought 14 goals in one tie is not going to be repeated, but then we've seen some great things happening. And Kyle is someone who enjoys playing FIFA. Sagnik is someone who plays this game competitively, but puts on a show every time he plays a game. So I'm expecting a crazy, sort of a game right now, which will have a lot of skills, which will have a lot of goals, and which will have a lot of fun for us, just like we had in the first game of the day.
No, absolutely. I think, well, like you said, both of them love to just enjoy themselves with those skills. I think Sagnik is, if you look at it from a pro player's perspective, he's been fantastic, really. He's one of those players who gets 29 wins out of 30, 30 wins out of 30 in the weekend league, which is very difficult, by the way. It looks very easy. If you're on the outside, if you think, oh, I have to win 30 games out of 30 in the Foot Champs weekend league, well, it is very difficult, and you have to be amongst the best players to do that. And Sagnik has been a name in the Indian FIFA circuit for a long time. He has qualified for national tournaments. He's even won a couple of them, I think, at the domestic level, and a lot of confident finishes. And he has been right up there when it comes to tournaments. Selvin, it's been fantastic, really, to see the progress of this young man, and the fact that Kyle is coming out with so much of skills and so much of young energy, Selvin, because you have mentioned the part about skills for our friend Kyle here. He's going to be playing against a professional player, while Kyle is someone who is still trying to, get into that phase of being a good player. With that being said, anyway, let's just have a quick look at Kyle's team. Nice name there, Wedge Attack, by the way. I don't understand what's so wedge about that red Lionel Messi, because it seems to be a very good attacking display here. But interesting to see how he's still playing that Zidane 91-7. Sagnik versus Kyle, second game of the day, kicking. Oops. What was there De Jong doing, Selvin? I think we've started the match on a very comical note.
Oh, yes, we have. And I think Kyle is somebody who's fearless. He doesn't really bother who the opponent is, who is he playing. He wants to have fun every time he plays. And Sagnik is one person who can create, a lot of thoughts in your head as an opponent. When you'll be thinking, you'll be thinking, oh, this is one player I did not want to face earlier on in the tournament. And I think we've got the perfect matchup because Kyle is someone who's fearless, who's going to do what he does best, regardless. As he is doing here, he's got onto a very dangerous position. Nice ball roll turns, and that's a corner. I think, Lokmanu, we're going to have a lot of goals. I am predicting more than 10 goals over 2 legs for sure.
Absolutely, indeed. I think with Kyle, you were mentioning about the skills both these players have. Kyle has straight away, started off with those skills. Look at that. That was another fantastic skill. That's a fake Rabona, by the way, which you love to see. Sagnik, of course, is a player who is very good with his technical ability on the sticks. He knows those player locks, he knows those ball roll scoop turns, he knows all about those skill moves. And over and above that, he has played in high pressure tournaments where he's beaten the best of the players, including myself. I must admit, I asked this guy so many times, and there have been very close games. That's what you want to see from these young players. I think Sarknik is just 18 or 19 years old, and it's incredible to see how talented he is and how much he has achieved in the Indian FIFA circuit. Plays it to Neymar, tries to place that minus pass in right to the feet of his attacker, but well defended by Kyle. I think Sagnik looks really promising there, Selvin, with his attacking display. We've seen a couple of attacks from both the players trying to just be patient outside the box. And Kevin De Bruyne is in, tries to cut one in. Maybe he could have had that pass, Selvin, but just very well defended by Kyle there.
Absolutely, very well defended indeed. And I mean, look at Kyle. He doesn't really, is bothered that he's playing against a top 200 player or a player who gets 30 out of 30 wins, which is very difficult, as you were saying. He looks to be in his flow. He knows what he's doing and he knows what he has to do. And I think Sagnik, if you are in his position right now, you have to make sure that you get that first goal and you get that, fear in your opponent's mind that I can run away with this game. Because clearly right now, Kyle is looking very confident and he has those tricks in his arsenal wherein, he can produce that element of surprise. And looking by how this game is going so far, I will not be surprised if Kyle gets the first goal.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Kyle has been really good. That being said, Neymar Jr. inside the box, twisting and turning. Fantastic display by him there, but very well defended again by Sagnik. That is, of course, going to be offside. But you can see Kyle is not going to go down without a fight in this game. No matter how experienced Sagnik is, Kyle seems to be really promising, especially with his attack. You see the name Wedge Attack, Selvin. Is this the wedge attack that we're going to be seeing throughout this game? It's going to be an absolute delight for us to cast over this game.
I think we're going to see wedge attack, a delightful attack for sure from Kyle. Even if he concedes those goals, he is going to attack because I think that's his intent. He's shown it. He wants to score those goals. He is not intimidated by Sagnik, who's his opponent, who has a chance out here. But Kyle defends that without any pressure. I have not seen a lot of people do that to Neymar so easily, especially when he is in the position to, create a chance or take a shot. And having said that, Kyle is in here with Neymar, well defended by Sagnik, showing his experience at that young age, showing that he knows how this game is played by, with his defensive and attacking tactics. And he is in here as well. I think Sagnik does look very confident. Here he is in again. Is this going to be a cutback? It is, but that's well defended by Kyle.
That is indeed. I think Kyle has been very good when it comes to defending, top notch, if I have to use the right word, and now has the chance to go on the break. Lionel Messi tries to rush that pass into Neymar's path, actually. Does not end up really well for Kyle, and then he's back again defending. I think what I feel is with these matches, when you know there's got so much at stake, you have to make sure that you're building it up right. I think, Selvin, you see this with a lot of pros as well. Some of them just attack, attack, and attack. As soon as they get the chance, they just want to rush in. But when you're playing against a person who knows how to keep the possession, who will not give you a lot of chances in terms of attack, I think you have to be extremely patient, and Kyle needs to do that a bit more as he's rushing in his attack and then just conceding these opportunities. These chances from Sagnik, in fact, will cost him if he does not give it time. He's just rushing so much. Again, you see that through pass intercepted by the left back of Sagnik. It's only a matter of time before Sagnik gets a goal, and he's right on course to do that. Neymar Jr. runs away, tries to get the pass back in. Still has the chance. Kevin De Bruyne plays it to Neymar. Ronaldo, nice bit of skills there. Does a reverse elastico. And Manuel Neuer saving as if he's superhuman. What was that shot? I think that's very strange to see, Selvin. That shot power from Ronaldo wasn't there at all. And you play this game day in, day out. It was really surprising for Neuer to not even dive, just catch it in his hands.
It was very surprising indeed, but Lokmanu, I think it also comes down to the fact that Kyle is somebody who plays pro clubs as a goalkeeper, and I think he knows the attacking intent when it comes to taking a shot. And if you noticed, he did move his goalkeeper right at the right place at the right time. And with Neuer, I think, he makes everything look very easy. And I think he just did that there. It was like an insult to Ronaldo's shot. He legit just took it in his hand as if it was nothing. And it was crazy to see. I thought, okay, Sagnik has scored a goal, but I was clearly wrong.
No, I mean, even I was wondering as to how you can save that chance so easily. And, well, like you mentioned, Kyle plays pro clubs as a goalkeeper, so his goalkeeper movement naturally would be really good. Just a bit surprising as to how Ronaldo didn't time his shot that well for Neuer to just catch it in his hands, not even make him sweat to get that ball. But I think Kyle has been really good to hold off Sagnik that way. Sagnik has had plenty of opportunities to convert those chances. I think it's only a matter of time before he gets his game back. He becomes a bit more composed than he has been in the first half to be able to get that first goal. Kyle, on the other hand, looks to be one of those promising players with a lot of skills in his locker and so much to learn when it comes to being composed, because he is rushing a bit more than he should, which is going to cost him later on. Is just what I feel, Selvin. These are the moments that you have to play in a certain way against a pro player, someone like Sagnik, who's a top 200 player, not giving you many chances. With that being said, Puskas has the chance to make that attack, but Frankie de Jong in a very good place to be able to defend that chance. Sagnik is looking for those through balls, Selvin. I think we all know about the through ball meta in this game, and Sagnik definitely is one of those players who likes to exploit that meta in a lot of different ways, which can be even annoying to play against because it sometimes just becomes really hard to stop. Do you think Kyle can save that? What a fantastic set of pass that is. Kevin De Bruyne is offside. We saw the referee's flag on the far side, but great display of some nice one-touch passing from Sagnik to create that attack. Kyle is, again, Selvin, you might want to talk about this, rushing a lot more, isn't he?
It is, Lokmani, and I think that was very well said by you with regards to, a promising player who needs to adapt to these things when you are playing against a pro player. I think Kyle is a very promising player. He has a lot of potential. The one thing that he has to work on is his decision making and doing the right thing at the right time rather than just rushing and going for that goal. But again, I think it shows that, he's enjoying this game and he plays this game for fun, which is why he wants to attack every time he gets a chance. Having said that, Sagnik can open him up, but he's hit the post. And that is a big relief for Kyle. And Lokmani, let's be honest, this game has not had any goals till now, but it has had a lot of entertainment and a lot of end-to-end moments. And I think that's something that we never expected with regards to the scoreline.
Of course it did, and that was so unfortunate for Sagnik to be able to miss that chance because Mbappe had beautifully done those skills, and somehow Neymar manages to keep the ball. Ronaldo, KDB making those nice one-touch passes. Mbappe has the chance to convert this, but again, very well defended by Kyle. Selvin, I think we've had plenty of moments where we haven't had a time to catch our breaths, even though we haven't seen a lot of goals. Kyle has the chance to make the most of this. This is a situation where Puskas can score that goal. How do you stop that? I think that was Sergio Ramos sticking his foot out to be able to block that pass. And Ronaldo, on the other hand, just bodies his defender away. Just does not make that pass right. And again, what a tackle that is to be able to stick that leg out and stop that directional nutmeg. Fantastic, really, of what we've been seeing in this game. Surprised to the core as to why we haven't seen a single goal going into this game, despite both the players having some amazing chances, really, particularly Sagnik.
Absolutely, Lokmanu. I think I am as surprised as you are. This does not look like a phase one game, to be honest. This looks like some grand final because we've had some epic moments in defense. Both of these players have taken those risks in defense. You could see it with Sagnik with that Sergio Ramos tackle right on the line. You could see it with Kyle when he stopped that stopped that pass from Ronaldo and then kept stopping it. But then finally, the deadlock is broken as we speak. Cristiano Ronaldo comes in clutch for Sagnik. Simple ball movement, but a very well taken goal from a narrow angle. Finally, we have a goal after 78 minutes. And Lokmanu, I think it has been worth the wait.
Fantastic precision there from Sagnik. Finally getting his game together, getting his skills together to do them in the right place and to be able to find that pocket of space between the defender, doing the La Croqueta, Usually we see a lot of La Croqueta cancels in that position, but Sagnik just doing the basic skill, not cancelling it this time, creating that space and just dinking, probably I would say finessing it on the corner, bottom corner, which is really nice to see because he was missing a lot of chances. Unfortunate with Mbappe as well. We just got 5 minutes in game for Sagnik, and now he looks a bit more confident. Selvin, you can see he's keeping a bit more possession. I think he's understood that he was rushing his attacks maybe a bit too much, and he has gotten some sort of a control after getting the first goal. But Kyle on the break with Jonathan Bamba on the wings does a really nice skill, plays the pass to Puskas, who is going to be offside. And all we have to say for this game is Selvin, amazing entertainment. Both the players going up and down, creating chances, especially Sagnik, and finally gets his goal that he deserves. Kyle, on the other hand, showing a lot of promise, but just not having the, uh, you know, the smartness that I call, basically to be able to smart enough to make those right decisions. He just needs to get there because every time he gets the ball, he's rushing way too much in his attack.
Yes, he is, Lokmanu, and I think this game has been really exciting. And as you were talking, Sagnik is now looking very confident. And I think a player like Sagnik is someone who analyzes how your opponent plays and then make sure that he cancels you out. And Sagnik has realized that Kyle is rushing with his attacks, and he's sticking to that traditional attack as you see, as you just saw there, because Kyle is trying to do what he does with his friends, or just maybe what he does in a weekend league game. But then he has to understand that he's not playing a weekend league game. If he does a mistake, Sagnik can punish him, as he has done there. Cristiano Ronaldo, ball roll, beats Neuer, last kick of the game, 2-0 to Sagnik. I think that's going to be heartbreaking for Kyle after the efforts that he put up in the first leg. 2-0 is something that looks harsh on him, but credits to Sagnik for putting up, under pressure, performing under pressure, and scoring those clutch goals.
Absolutely, indeed. Right at the death, we all know how 90th minute is. What a fantastic skill that is. You always talk about it as exploiting the meta, and he's done that really well for him to create that space from Ronaldo. The kind of pace boost that you get whenever you're running in that fashion and do that skill basically just gets you. And to be able to have the composure, Selvin, exactly what we talk about Addy's game at that time when he did that ball roll from Di Maria around the goalkeeper. It's one of those moments that defines you, that basically uh, differentiates you against a player who would normally just take a shot and hope that the keeper doesn't come in the way. But fantastic goal scoring opportunity created by Sagnik right at the end, which gives him a much more comfortable lead than it would have been at 1-0. But then again, Kyle has shown a lot of promise. He needs to learn a lot of things. And if he can get himself to basically come back into this game, regroup, as I would like to say, for the second leg and create those chances and not rush. If you were in Kyle's position, Selvin, you being a veteran gamer yourself, right? I know you don't play this game professionally anymore, but obviously, like we always talk about, FIFA games having this set standard of mentality, which comes from experience. But Kyle doesn't have that much, right? And he's still learning. If you were in his head, knowing that you're facing a top 200 player, knowing that you're facing a player who has won so much in the Indian FIFA circuit, what would you do?
Well said, Lokmanu. I think what you said was correct. And coming to the topic and the question you've just thrown at me, with regards to what would I do if I was in Kyle's situation against such a player, I think as a FIFA player or as an esports athlete, the first thing that you need to do is look at the positives from your first leg. Try to understand what went right and what went wrong, and then just focus on the positives of your gameplay. Now, it was very heartbreaking, especially to concede those two goals right at the end. And I think Kyle has to understand that, he should not be intimidated by Sagnik's presence or by the things that Sagnik has achieved or anything that Sagnik has achieved in this game so far with regards to FIFA 21. If I was Kyle, I'm going all out in the second game thinking, okay, I know a lot of people know Sagnik for what he's done, But in this game, I'm going to go out and show what Kyle can do. And he certainly has the potential. All he has to do is wait for the right moment before making that decisive pass, because Sagnik is someone who can anticipate those through balls, who can anticipate those final balls, and defend properly with his defenders. And he has shown it in this game. He had a lot of blocks, a lot of interceptions, a lot of passes were cut, which actually would have costed Kyle, a goal or two. And I think Kyle just has to understand that he's not playing against a friend or not playing against a casual player. He's playing against one of the best players in India who's going to anticipate all of his moves. So he has to work on his decision making, try and take those risks and score that first goal and put the pressure on Sagnik.
Absolutely. And I think if Kyle doesn't stop Sagnik, this is one thing that I'm going to mention because I know him since a long time. I have played in tournaments against him. If he ends up qualifying from this, the next game he's going to be watching is how he did it one time where I went to this tournament. He had already qualified and I was playing the qualifiers. In the cafe, he was sitting and he was wearing shades inside the cafe, Selvin, is something I would like to share with the viewers. Inside the cafe where there's no sun or whatsoever, he's watching the shades, wearing the shades, sipping a drink, and saying, "Go on, play. I'm just gonna enjoy." That's the kind of player he is. Kyle, please stop this man. Otherwise, we'll be seeing those shades really soon. Selvin, do you agree to that?
Well, I absolutely do. Sagnik is a pretty cool guy. He's a pretty nice guy, very friendly with everyone. And whenever he talks to you, whenever you chat with him, you have that vibe that, that this guy is enjoying what he is doing and he's doing what he's enjoying. That's how he is. And if you look at him, the way you describe with him, wearing shades and playing FIFA during a tournament or during a qualifier, goes on to show how confident he is about his game, that he doesn't really care about what's happening around him. He's sipping a drink, he's enjoying whatever the atmosphere is around, and creating that fear in the opponent, thinking like the opponent must be thinking, okay, this guy looks to be very calm and composed, and look at me, I am under pressure, looks like this guy is going to beat me. And I think that's what Sagnik's game plan is, that's what his mind games are, and it does work for him.
Absolutely. I think the drink that he is sipping before this game is the Hell Energy drink that I think Kyle also needs. And we all need that Josh as well in both these players because we remember when we saw the 14 goal thriller, Selwyn, in the last game that we saw between Aditya Chatta and Nehal Thomas. I said to them, I think I said to you that we found their profiles on the Josh app, right? And it's exactly the case that we need on this game as well because it's just been 2 goals, not something that we were expecting, Selvin. I think that was the case with Samuel Kamraj and Rudraksh Bali's game yesterday. We were thinking that it's going to be quite a dead game where we won't be seeing a lot of goals. But we ended up seeing, I think it was 14 goals as well in that case as well. I think it was 6-5, so maybe 11 goals in that
Six
game.
five, 11 goals, yeah.
It was incredible. So can that change in this game as well? Can we see Kyle turning up from somewhere, having some sort of magic, and take those shades off of Sagnik's ears? What do you think?
Well, I'm not expecting a lot of goals in the second leg. I am not going to lie, but I'm expecting a lot of end-to-end stuff. The thing that was happening in this game was they were both canceling their attack with their respective defenses. Like, by canceling either the shot or by canceling that crucial pass or by canceling those cutbacks, which is why we were able to see a lot of action, a lot of attack, but not a lot of goals. In this game, I think Kyle is going to go all out. And if he does the same thing that he did against Sahil Thakur with regards to, just running through his defense, trying to find that last pass at the right time, I think we are up for a very entertaining end to this second leg. I am going to go in Sagnik's favor because he has that experience and he has that calmness about every situation. But I think Kyle can certainly, at least force him to remove those shades during this game.
Well, we'll have to see what's going to happen because the game is now kicking off. Well, nice team name there, Game Time Honey. Sagnik always being the cheeky one here. We all know how he is. What a fantastic player. What a fantastic guy as well. It is indeed game time, honey. So let's just get into this game and see who's winning it. Sagnik Banerjee playing from left to right in that yellow and blue #United kit, which is always nice to play with. Even the badge is the same. Well, maybe Sagnik has a dream of signing for #United in the future, where Kyle, playing from right to left in that black kit, is down by 2 goals on aggregate, has the chance to create history, in fact, with this game, because it is very difficult to beat the likes of Sagnik when he gets going, and he is going really, really hard on Kyle with that Cruyff. Somehow manages to concede a penalty. What am I seeing on my screen? How is that a penalty, referee? And Kyle saves that. Selvin, what do you think about that? I mean, how was that a penalty in the first place? If Kyle would have conceded that, he would have been fuming as I'm fuming right now.
Well, yes. I mean, I think justice was served there. It certainly did not look like a penalty, but then in this game, you will always be surprised with the decisions. And again, I think Lokmanu, with regards to pro clubs, as I was saying, Kyle plays as a goalkeeper. That was something that Kyle would have saved a lot of times during his pro clubs games as well. And these two players know each other very well. I think he already knew that Sagnik is going to use the center route. And very honestly, I think it was a pretty poor penalty by Sagnik as well. But then I think justice was served with regards to that not being a penalty. Having said that, that is a crucial tackle out there to deny Neymar Jr. Kyle is still in the game, and he has to use this as the sign, as a sign that he needs to score the first goal and get the result. And I think he's certainly capable of doing that.
Absolutely, indeed. I think Kyle is a player who likes to have fun whenever he's playing this game. You can see he's a free spirit. He wants to play this game for fun. He wants to learn a lot of things. He's not bothered about the result because he's just going all out, right? And in comparison to the game, what we saw in the last game, we saw two pro players playing, but Kyle is, of course, someone who is a FIFA enthusiast going up against the likes of a pro player. So obviously, there will be instances in the game where you'll be seeing both these players having a different approach to the game altogether. You see Kyle, as soon as he gets the ball, he just wants to attack. He doesn't want to keep the ball at all. He wants to do those skills again with Puskas running down the wings. Fantastic pass that is to Bamba. Messi, out of all people, heading it. Very interesting to see that. But Seren, going back to that penalty incident, how was that a penalty? I want you to tell me, was that the case with previous FIFA titles as well, Simon, where you get such a soft penalty? Or is the referee, maybe I think he's just not, just not in his right mind?
Well, let's be honest. I think it's been the last few years wherein we've seen, such penalties being given. I think before FIFA 18, we never saw such soft penalties. And having said that, Sagnik is in here again, and that is going to be a penalty again. Once again, I do not know how that is a penalty, but Sagnik is going to be confident, and he's missed it again by doing the same thing that he did the last time. Lokmanu, are you believing what you're seeing right now?
I don't know what to say. I don't know how to say this, but I think the referee is definitely not in the good mood. I think probably those shades were probably given to just when I was about to say that. Well. Hold on there. Hold on to your thoughts, because Kevin De Bruyne has scored right after those two penalty misses. I think Sagnik was like, maybe it's just too easy to score from penalties. Let me just show you how to score a proper goal. The referee, on the other hand, Selvin, I have to go back to this. What is he on? Puskas can score that. He does. Let me have some sort of time to talk about what is happening in this game, because both the players are just doing something or the other within the span of seconds, and we are not able to talk about it. Mbappe now for Sagnik has the chance to score. What a fantastic game. This game has just lit up suddenly from being a goal between these two goals actually, to being 3-1 on aggregate. Selvin, first of all, tell me what this Neymar is going to do now, because he's on his bike, hits the post again. Wow.
Okay, Lokmanu, I think this is getting intense. I think both of us may not be able to discuss a lot about this game, because by the time I finish something, There is an attack building up as it is here with Cristiano Ronaldo who's got into that space and he has delivered. Waits for the right opportunity, takes that fake shot, and what a finish that is. It is 2-1 on the night to Sagnik, 4-1 on aggregate. Kyle had scored a fantastic goal to level things up in this game, but this game has actually given us a lot of mad entertainment already. Two penalty misses, two goals for Sagnik, one goal for Kyle. Sagnik has also hit the post, and you have no clue the entertainment that you're missing out on in case you're not watching this live. If you want to tell your friends about this, go ahead and tell them right now because you should not miss this specifically on this channel. Make sure you subscribe to it. Ask your friends to do so because you're going to miss every time you blink. And that's how intense this is, isn't it, Lokmanu?
It is indeed. And with that being said, Sagnik again with Cristiano Ronaldo tries to do a skill, and I think it is a red card for Kyle. He was on a yellow card with Alphonso Davies, and that was a very cheap tackle to give. Second yellow card, and Kyle has to say goodbye to his Canadian left back, Alphonso Davies, who has been a phenomenal player in real life, has that team of the season card with him. But Kyle is now down to 10 men. He was already down by 4 goals. I mean, 3 goals is the deficit for him to come back for. And now he has to play the rest of this half, rest of the game, in fact, with 10 men, which is going to be very difficult. A monumental task this is for Kyle to come back into this game. But let me go back to, apart from the goals that we've seen, Selvin, what a fantastic goal, by the way, that was from Ronaldo. Pure skill, pure professionalism that speaks volumes about how much experience you need in those pressure areas where you just do a skill, you see the goalkeeper coming towards you, and you do a couple more skills and be composed to finish that off. But what is the referee on about? I think all our viewers, including myself, including yourself, everybody involved, what is this referee on? Is it one of those moments where the referee is wearing those shades that we were talking about, like Sagnik, and just doesn't bother? He's like, I don't care. I'm going to give anywhere a penalty that I want to give right now because, well, it's just what I love to do. I mean, what is happening here? Because it's out of my understanding right now.
Well, out of my understanding as well, the referee has given a lot of controversial calls, I have to say. Like, if this would have been real football, I think this would have been one of the most controversial games of all time. Two penalties which look pretty soft, the red card decision out of nowhere. And I think this game is going to have a lot more surprises for us. But Kyle is not giving up. However, he's rushing those passes, giving that to Sagnik, which is something you cannot do. And is that going to be a penalty again? For a change, it is not. And if Kyle gets a goal or two in this game again, I think he's going to try, now he knows he's got 1% less in defense. He's going to try and attack. And as I was talking about anticipation, you saw Sagnik's anticipation there. He knew there was a 1-2 coming. He gets the ball. And I think this is going to be a roller coaster ride now for Sagnik.
Well, if you could see my reaction right now, is in fact laughing when the defender made that tackle because I think the referee was just going to be like, oh, it's a penalty again, folks. But then, luckily, it was not given for Kyle because he would have just been like, what is happening in this game? I know he's a very nice, free-spirited guy who doesn't really get bothered by too much of the result because he knows he's already playing against a top 200 player and a professional FIFA player, and he's here to learn, it's to have fun. But obviously, when these decisions go against you, you're putting your time, you're putting in the effort, you're trying to put up a show for all the amazing viewers that are watching this stream. This is the fact that when the referee decides to go against you, it's just really funny, isn't it? But nice set of skills from Neymar. What a beautiful pass that is. I think I have to clap for this goal. What a fantastic, fantastic goal that was for Kyle. Beautiful set of skills from Neymar to get past the defender and then double tapping it. It's the double tap X pass on your controller. For all the viewers wondering as to how did that pass go through, you tap the button double X on your controller to make that fantastic pass right in the feet of Lionel Messi, who is not going to miss a tap in from there. Selvin, your thoughts on that goal? It's just fantastic how Kyle has scored that despite being a man down and despite just the referee taking all sorts of decisions against him.
Well, indeed. I mean, you had to feel bad for Kyle, but then I think he's shown, that he just wants to play this game, enjoy it till it ends, because you can see he's going all out, and Neymar has a lot of space out here, and that's a delightful chip. Something that you would have expected Sagnik to do in that situation. He took that chance. Another goal for Sagnik is 3-2 to him on the night, and it's going to be one more for sure because Cristiano Ronaldo has a lot of space, takes his time, beats the keeper, beats the defender, and I think it is game over for sure. It's game, set, and match for Sagnik. He is not going to stop. 6-2 on the night for him. I think it's crazy. I think Sagnik has pulled out his A game, especially now that Kyle has one defender less, and Sagnik's attack is too strong for him.
Well, I think if you're as a viewer, even if you're blinking an eye, you're missing out on a goal because that's what has happened. You blink twice, you miss two goals. That's exactly what Sagnik has shown us right now. Two goals in quick successions. On to the third one. Cristiano Ronaldo has been phenomenal. Does a couple of skills, does a fake shot, tries to play it to the path of Neymar. Fake shots it. The goalkeeper is nowhere to be seen. I think it sent Manuel Neuer all the way back to Germany after that fake shot. What a fantastic goal that is from Neymar. One of those moments, Selwyn, where you leave the goalkeeper done and dusted on the ground. That fake shot was phenomenal. Wow. One of the best I've seen.
Yes, indeed. And I think the fake shot sold all of us, not just Neuer. And even the pass that led to the final goal, to the final shot. Sagnik showing exactly why you need that experience, and certainly showing that, he is one of the best players in India, showing his class out there with his goal scoring, with his passing, with his movement, decision making. And I think that goal was very pleasing to watch because of the way Neymar shot at the end after that fake shot. And I'm sure, Lokmani, you were very surprised with the way Manuel Neuer was on the floor with Neymar in acres of space. And I think that's something that you like to see. Looks more realistic and looks so nice to watch.
Well, what I just watched right now was so nice because Ronaldo just left the ball there and now scores. In fact, hits the post. Well, I thought that should have been a goal. But Selvin, let me talk about these little glitches in the game. Obviously, it's really fun to watch it as a neutral, but not so fun when you're on the receiving end of things. Ronaldo leaving the ball there, running away from the ball. Were you running after him? Did you tell him to leave the ball, otherwise you will beat him up or something? What happened there?
Well, that was not me for sure. And I think, Lokmanu, we don't even have time to crack some jokes out here because Sagnik doesn't want to stop. And Kyle, I think, has his intention clear. He doesn't really care if he concedes more. He just wants to play attacking football in the last 10 minutes and score some more goals. And I think this is going to be madness for us, Lokmanu.
Well, it is madness indeed because we've seen everything in this game, haven't we, Selvin? I think it's pure entertainment. That's what we all look for, isn't it? At the end of the day, if you're a FIFA fan, if you are someone who's enjoying this stream, what a fantastic pass that is from Kyle. I have to say, the goals Kyle has scored in this game has been phenomenal. Just as when I was talking about entertainment, we've seen some amazing goals from Kyle. He is definitely on in the process of learning a lot of things from his opponents. And as soon as I said that, Neymar Jr. finishing off the sixth goal on the night for Sagnik. We literally have no time to breathe. I think, Selvin, when you said that we are seeing 11 goals, well, aren't you a wizard, my co-caster?
Wow, I mean, let's be honest, I was not expecting this, but then this is something crazy. I am not even surprised anymore when I see Sagnik getting into the penalty box and scoring or, hitting the post or something like that. It is just so used to right now. And here is another chance. Can Kyle get another consolation at the end? The answer is no. But knowing Sagnik, he is not going to stop. He is going to try. What a through ball that is. Fake shot once again. Neymar Jr. And that's 12 goals on the night. I mean, with both the ties. Big ups to Sagnik, big ups to Kyle. this was entertainment at its best. I think Lokmanu 7-3 in this game. All 10 goals were crazily taken, isn't it?
It was indeed. Well, I think you predicted 11 goals. Sagnik was not happy with that. He's like, okay, maybe let me score one more to not give Selvin the satisfaction, maybe. What a beautiful through ball that was. I think that's only something that you see when you learn the meta so well, because that is the meta in FIFA 21. If you know the angles, I know it does seem a little unrealistic when you're watching just as a football fan, but being a FIFA player, you know these are the things that basically helps you get goals. What a fantastic display that has been, especially from Sagnik. We saw everything in this game, Selvin. We have seen some bizarre penalty decisions. We are seeing Ronaldo just leaving the ball and running away for a jog in the middle of the game. And then we have seen the goalkeeper sitting on the floor, left for nothing, with Neymar with that beautiful fake shot, and then some amazing goals by Kyle. I mean, that's a perfect mixture of what you would like to see as a football fan, as a FIFA fan, and get entertained on the esports now YouTube channel. I mean, it's fantastic to see. That's the kind of josh you need in your life, in your gaming, and I think that can come with some really nice energy that you get from Hell Energy drink. I think it's time to have one myself, because I would be needing that when it comes to moving on with the next matches. 9-3 on aggregate for Sagnik Banerjee. Amazing to see, really, isn't it? Kyle, great performance. Big ups to this man for me to put on a show and score some amazing goals, really, and to be able to just go up against the likes of this man who is your winner and will be moving on to the next phase of this qualifier. Sagnik Banerjee, massive congratulations for winning this fixture. You are going into phase two, I think, of this fixture. We'll just obviously have a look at the fixtures list now. We can quickly see what's going down, who is advancing, and that will give us a more clear picture and to show you guys some amazing FIFA matches that are going to be coming in the next few days. Well, Selvin, we have to give a round of applause for both these players for putting on a show. Fantastic game, guys. You were phenomenal. Gave us no time to breathe. I definitely need to have a Hell Energy drink to be able to just process what happened, get my energy back in, because wow, 12 goals, and it's fantastic, really. But anyway, I think we have some technical uh, but anyway, I think Selvin, let's just have a quick look at. Let's quickly talk about this game first of all. I think I covered most part of it as to what all the noticeable events happened, which everyone could see right instantly. But tell me about Sagnik's game. How good was he in that game as a professional player?
Well, I think you have to give it up to Sagnik because his decision making with regards to the shot taking, with regards to the fake shots, with regards to the ball rolls, with regards to the timing of the shot was absolutely top class. And I think that's something that every FIFA player wants to learn because at the end of the day, a goal is something that can win you a game, and goals are something that can win you the tournament. And you have to score against, the best defenders, the best teams, against the best goalkeepers. And Sagnik literally showed you all a lot of ways to score in the best possible way, a lot of unexpected things. So I think Sagnik absolutely deserved it. There was no doubt that he was going to qualify. But the display in the second leg, I mean, it was hard done for Kyle because he got that red card. He conceded those penalties. So the frustration was visible. But taking nothing away from Sagnik, he showed why he is one of the best players, why he is so calm and composed when he plays this game. And he showed us some beautiful moments and gave us a lot of things to talk about, which we still cannot process, to be honest. But yeah, congratulations once again to Sagnik. But let me tell you, remember the name Kyle. You are going to see more of him in the next season. And I'm sure this guy is going to learn a lot and going to improve much more.
Absolutely. I think we are looking at some players who want to make big in the FIFA scene, and for them to basically go up against the likes of Sagnik and all the other players that are coming. I think we've seen a mixture of pros playing against pros, new players playing against new players, and new players playing against current pros. So it's a fantastic environment, isn't it, Selvin? When you see all people from different categories, different aims. Someone wants to have fun when they want to play this tournament, someone wants to win, someone wants to just learn. I mean, it's a combination of some fantastic things, really. But with that being said, I think it is at the moment that we're only having two fixtures this time, not three, because we are moving into the next stages of this. So we'll have a quick recap of today. We have Aditya Chatta winning 8-6 on aggregate. That was a 14-goal thriller that we were talking about against Nihal Thomas, and Sagnik winning 9-3 against Kyle. What a comprehensive victory that is from this young man from Kolkata. I think it's going to be incredible, really. So, but with that being said, guys, I think we will be having some fantastic fixtures tomorrow as well. It is time for us to say goodbye to you guys. I think this is one of the best times as a caster and my co-caster Selvin. I think we've had a great time to be able to look at how many goals that is, Selvin. 14 plus 12. My maths is really bad. I think I'll let you talk about it.
26 goals already in 4
26
games. 26 goals.
26 goals. Well, I think I really need to polish up my math skills, because we will be seeing even more goals as and when we progress into the later stages of this tournament. I just cannot keep account of it. 26 goals in two fixtures. And that is 4 legs of FIFA. Incredible, really, at this stage where you're fighting for a spot to make it to the LAN finals of Josh Presents Esportz Premier Series, powered by Hell Engineering. Fantastic, really. We've got one spot. Let's see who's going to claim that spot and meet CJ in the LAN finals, which is going to be fantastic, really. But with that being said, thank you so much, guys, for joining us on this stream today. We will be coming back tomorrow with even more exciting games of FIFA. Until then, stay safe, take care of yourselves, and keep playing FIFA. See you guys.
Cheers.
Want to see something hot? क्या तुम्हारे ठुमके में है मेरे वाला दम? जोश पर आए, अपना ठुमका लगा दुनिया हिला चैलेंज अपलोड करें और हर हफ्ते जीतें 25 लाख तक के इनाम।
There was a time when I drank coffee. Lots of it. That time is long gone. I switched because I like to keep up with the new trend. Energy, taste, power. What else do you need? For me, it's enough. Hell Energy.
ये है होश। ये है जोश। ऐसे ही ढेर सारे फनी वीडियोस के लिए जोश में आ जा। ये है होश। ये है जोश। ऐसे ही ढेर सारे रोमांटिक और क्यूट वीडियोस के लिए जोश में आ जा।
Want to see something hot? क्या तुम्हारे ठुमके में है मेरे वाला दम? जोश पर आए, अपना ठुमका लगा दुनिया हिला चैलेंज अपलोड करें और हर हफ्ते जीतें 25 लाख तक के इनाम।
There was a time when I drank coffee. Lots of it. That time is long gone. I switched because I like to keep up with the new trend. Energy, taste, power. What else do you need? For me, it's enough. Hell Energy.
ये ये है जोश। ऐसे ही ढेर सारे फनी वीडियोस के लिए जोश में आजा। ये है होश। ये है जोश। ऐसे ही ढेर सारे रोमांटिक और क्यूट वीडियोस के लिए जोश में आजा।
Wanna see something hot? क्या तुम्हारे ठुमके में है मेरे वाला दम? जोश पर आए, अपना ठुमका लगा दुनिया हिला चैलेंज अपलोड करें और हर हफ्ते जीतें 25 लाख तक के इनाम।
There was a time when I drank coffee. Lots of it. That time is long gone. I switched because I like to keep up with the new trend. Energy, taste, power. What else do you need? For me, it's enough. Hell energy.
ये है होश। ये है जोश। ऐसे ही ढेर सारे फनी वीडियोस के लिए जोश में आजा। ये है होश। ये है जोश। ऐसे ही ढेर सारे रोमांटिक और क्यूट वीडियोस के लिए जोश में आजा।
Wanna see something hot? क्या तुम्हारे ठुमके में है मेरे वाला दम? जोश पर आए, अपना ठुमका लगा दुनिया हिला चैलेंज अपलोड करें और हर हफ्ते जीतें 25 लाख तक के इनाम।
There was a time when I drank coffee. Lots of it. That time is long gone. I switched because I like to keep up with the new trend. Energy, taste, power. What else do you need? For me, it's enough. Hell energy.
ये है होश। ये है जोश। ऐसे ही ढेर सारे फनी वीडियोस के लिए जोश में आजा। ये है होश। ये है जोश। ऐसे ही ढेर सारे रोमांटिक और क्यूट वीडियोस के लिए जोश में आजा।